Hi everyone, this is Monica with Advice to Think Twice. I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm here today with Stormy Grace, and we have your October 2016 Love, Tarot, and Astrology forecasts. So you're going to see Stormy's horoscopes in the first part of the video, and then you're going to see the tarot reading for each sign. So hopefully everyone has a great month and enjoy your forecasts for October 2016. Take care.
Hey guys, it's me, Stormy, and here is your love only horoscope for October 2016. Now, as we start off the month, we have a lot of beautiful Venus Scorpio energy still rolling around, getting us pumping, getting us passionate, getting us creative, and that can be pointed directly at your love life, but you can also point it at your money or your career or a project or anything else that you're working on. But when we get to October 18th, Venus is going to scooch her way over into Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is one of our most adventurous signs. It is our adventure, right? And they don't just want a little adventure. They want to do something different. They want to go further. They want to get new information. They want to try new, expansive, energetic things, and that's exactly what the opportunity of your love life has to look like. Maybe you want to go someplace different. If you're single, maybe you want to start going different places to meet people, or if you are coupled up, or maybe you are just in such a romantic, happy place on your own that you and a group of friends decide you want to do something and you go someplace expansive, different, maybe someplace faithful, or someplace that just challenges the perspective that you've had. And it's almost like you want a broader picture of what's going on. And this is all to your benefit, because when we get new places, we can meet new faces, and that leads us to a potential for new relationships. Now, while that's all well and good, I love that. I think we're going to play. I think it's very positive. Faithful energy. When we get between the 24th of October and the 29th, things could get a little bit tricky. We're going to hit a little bit of an October roller coaster. Right here, when we get to seeing the beginning of this energy, Venus is going to come into a square with Neptune. This is important because I love the Bobbsey twins together. I love Venus and Neptune together. They love love. They both are just so sensual, but this square energy makes them a little bit too dreamy. It's almost like a place of delusion or deception, something like that. Something is not completely clear. Now hold on, enjoy the ride, try and stick through it, don't lose your head or anything like that. Just walk gently, smile big, and pay attention to the information that's being presented to you, okay? Now on the 26th, it's okay because Venus and Jupiter come together in an energy that makes it go okay. Regardless of what's just happened or what energy or information or whatever's coming up for me, there's still hope here, right? All is not lost. I want you to keep that date in mind, because whatever is happening, you have to know that the universe has got your back, right? Then when we get to the 29th, this is how we end the month of October, and I think it is on a more serious but beautifully mature energy. Venus is going to come into a connection with Saturn that demands a spiritual maturity here. It demands we spiritually answer some questions about this romantic side of our lives, as well as something connected to partnership and money. So I think you have to be understanding that in this linkage and in this energy, Venus and Saturn, as they come together, are trying to help squeeze you into the best position for yourself, help the BS fall from you so that you can move forward in a way that you can have something real in your life, so you can have real intimacy, so that you can have real relationships, and so that you can have something you don't have to keep wondering if and when it's going to work out. All right, if you want to see what that month is going to look like, you just stay tuned, because I've got more forecasts coming up. Hi Pisces, so at the beginning of the month, I would say somewhere truly between October 5th and October 11th, that looks like to me somewhere in your relationships, whatever these look like, and some of them will not be romantic, there's a big financial decision that needs to be made and accounted for. So if this is between you and a love interest or a partner or something like that, know that the energies around it look very good for coming to an agreement and coming to a very good financial outward situation that's good for everyone involved. yourself. So that's very, very good for you. Of course, that will depend on your individual chart, but in the general, this energy looks very good. Now, in the second half of the month, I feel like you're going to be in a place of expansion. You're like, I want to know more. I want to see more. I want to do more. I want to consider more. I want to know more about you. It could even be an intimate thing with another person where you're like, I just want to know what the rest of you taste like. You know what I mean? Like, it could be something just like that. But if you get the itch or the bug to go study something new, to go watch a different kind of film, to go to an art class, I mean, if it's any of these things, if it feels like it's calling you, answer it. Or if you can't go answer it right now, if you can't jump a plane and head all the way across the world today, figure out the best way for you to be able to do that, because your spirit is asking to fill a gap of knowledge with information. Something's missing and it needs it to complete the cycle of information to show you the next place to go, not only in your business life and in your career life and in your home life, but also in the area of romance. And this won't matter if you're single or you're coupled up. The call to expansion is very, very real for you this month. So make sure that you answer it. All right, I love you, Pisces. Have a great month.
Hi, Pisces, and welcome to your October 2016 Love Tarot forecast. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So as always, please keep in mind that these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everybody watching or not in the same way. You can watch your Moon and Rising sign readings for additional messages. You can get a private reading, of course, if you want to do that, and my website is in the description box below. But for the time being, please do keep an open mind, take away the messages that do resonate with you, that speak to you and your situation in this general reading. So, Pisces, you've got 4 out of the 5 cards in your reading are major arcana cards. So I feel like October is going to be a turning point, or definitely a very significant month for you when it comes to your love life. And I'm seeing lots of change, transformation, liberation, ultimately towards your happiness is what I'm getting, okay? So let's just go through the cards, see what we have. Your overall energy for the entire month is the Sun card. And the Sun card is awesome. It's one of the most optimistic cards in the entire deck, and it talks about you basically getting your way, getting what you want, feeling happy, feeling loved, feeling warm, feeling protected in your relationship, feeling confident in your love life, you being in the spotlight, you being in the center of attention, having all the options you could ever want, okay? The Sun card can also represent a Leo person in your life that you may be focusing on at this time, or that's going to be significant in your life in the month of October. It can also represent travel for some of you, maybe going someplace warm or someplace tropical, or just taking a holiday with your partner, or meeting someone while you're traveling as well. The Sun card also represents freedom, independence, laughter. I'm getting a lot of laughter and healing, and I feel like, feeling like yourself, or feeling confident and feeling excited about your love life for the first time in a long time is what I'm getting for some of you with the Sun card. This is also saying that go with the flow this month. Try to embrace the energies, try to embrace the changes, because ultimately they will be for your highest good. They will take you towards your happiness, okay, with the Sun card as your overall energy. So then we have the 4 cards that we can look at in terms of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, or the main energies that you're looking at throughout the month of October. And the first one that we have is the Death card. So this is again a major arcana card. And it talks about change and transformation in your love life. It talks about letting go of the past, letting bygones be bygones, releasing situations that have been holding you back, releasing situations and people that have been making you feel sad or undeserving, or taking you in a negative place, really, okay? In a place of isolation, in a place of pain, in a place of guilt. And so the Death card represents the end of that, and that's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy to see it. It talks about, you know what, I'm just going to let it go. It's in the past anyway. I can't change it. I can only learn from it. So I will learn from it, and I will release that situation, that person, whatever this is. And the changes that are happening with the Death card, they are taking us on a better path. Okay, so it's letting go of the old and making room for new and better energy and experiences and people to come into our lives. The Death card can also represent a Scorpio that you meet maybe in the first week of the month that maybe starts to make these changes happen in your life, really, that maybe starts to get you to question, you know, what kind of attitude you've been having towards love, especially if you've been isolating yourself or if you've been holding on to something that has been long gone. It's about release and welcoming new energies in your life is what I'm getting with the Death card. It can also represent travel as well, short-term travel, where you have some sort of a realization. And this can also represent the end of a stage in an existing relationship and moving forward towards new phases within that relationship. But it usually talks about the end of something difficult or a heavy energy when it comes to the relationship. It's the end of that, and you're moving forward in a better direction, okay, with the Death card. In the second week, we have the Eight of Cups. So with the Eight of Cups, this can also represent travel, and it's obviously you, it represents you, and it does represent emotional detachment. It's a conscious choice to walk away from that which no longer serves you. It's a conscious choice to walk away from what has not been fair in your life, to people or situations who have been taking you for granted, and just exhausting you and depleting your emotional resources. And so around the second week, this is talking about strength and courage, and actually strength is your next card, and courage and confidence that, you know what, I deserve better, and I'm going to move forward in that direction. You can't give me what I deserve, or you don't want to give me what I deserve. That's fine. Good luck to you, and I'm moving on. And I know that there's someone else out there who will love me and treat me the way I deserve. Okay, and that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up on with the Eight of Cups, and that's beautiful. Okay, it's about finding your strength, finding your voice, your confidence with the Sun card, putting yourself first for a change. Okay. The Eight of Cups in existing relationships, it can represent, once again, walking away from an emotionally exhausting relationship, potentially with a narcissist. It can also represent taking a trip. It's almost like, leaving your troubles behind is what I'm picking up on. Taking a trip to just be together and reconnect and start fresh when it comes to your emotional connection is also what I'm getting. And this can also be with the Eight of Cups, that simply around the second week you're just focused on other things and your love life is not a priority right now. You're focused on other things, maybe traveling, maybe work, your personal projects. I feel like you're very, very successful this month, and maybe that's where your focus is. And it's kind of taking you away from just focusing on your love life around the second week for some of you. And this can also represent your partner going away, or you're going away for work, especially if your partner is another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Around the third week, we have the Strength card. Once again, this can be a Leo, and it could be the same person showing up for you in your overall energy. So it could be that around the third week you meet a Leo, and they're significant in your life. This is a major arcana card. This is someone, I feel, who makes you feel strong again, who makes you feel confident again. I feel like this is someone who is trying to impress you, okay, is what I'm getting. For others of you, the Strength card represents focusing on yourself, giving yourself time to heal, giving yourself time to release whatever energy needs to be released from your previous situation. It's about being yourself, being happy with who you are, being confident, feeling strong, feeling ready to move on, and focusing on, attracting better people to your life is what I'm getting with the Strength card. This is also coming up with new standards for yourself when it comes to who you allow into your life. And this is saying, you know what, I'm not going to compromise, I'm not going to settle anymore. I know what I deserve, and that is what I'm going to get, or, you know what, I'm not interested. And I feel like, that's a very empowering attitude, empowering energy, and you have two eights, one after the other. So that is about our empowerment. It is about our courage. It is about our strength, and taking control, taking charge and making different decisions. What else are we getting? This could also be that you meet someone new and you're kind of holding yourself back. I feel like this is someone who's getting you all excited and like things are starting to move really, really quickly, and you're trying to control yourself. You're trying to temper yourself with the Strength card. So for some of you around the 3rd week, that could be something that's going on. And around the 4th week, we have the Tower. For some of you, this does talk about sensual experiences. It talks about releasing that built up tension, sexual tension, okay, that was building up the week before. So it can represent passion. For some of you, heavy passion, okay, towards the end of the month. For others of you, the Tower represents breaking free, breaking through. It represents change. It represents a complete transformation of who you are and what you thought you deserved in your love life, because actually this is the realization of everything that you have to offer and everything that you should receive in return for that, okay? And so you have an entire month of change and transformation for the better towards your own happiness, because with the Tower, everything that is being torn down right now was not serving you to begin with, and it was not true, it was not accurate. So if you've been holding yourself accountable for a situation that maybe you didn't have a say in, you didn't have control over, especially if you've been dealing with a narcissistic person, I feel like, you took the blame for everything and everything was your fault. That is the realization that actually, you know what, I did nothing wrong in that situation, and actually I deserve a lot of different things, okay, when it comes to love, and I'm going to look for those things and not waste my time with anyone else. For those of you, the Tower is about, you know what, I'm not happy in this relationship. I've tried and tried for a really long time and I'm just not happy, and I owe it to myself to give myself a chance to be happy. And so it's about having that clarity and that honest conversation and just focusing on yourself and putting yourself on the priority list for a change when it comes to your love life. And that's, a very healthy thing to do. It's definitely not selfish. For others, the Tower can represent, it usually represents a very unexpected situation, a very unexpected turn of events. But you do have the Sun as your overall energy, so I feel like whatever's going on, it's not going to be negative. I feel like it will definitely be unexpected, but ultimately it will be something positive. It can be like an unexpected pregnancy happening for some of you, so if you don't want that to happen, take the precautions, make the chances of it happening less. For others, this can be an unexpected trip that you have to take with the Tower, and it kind of messes up your entire schedule. Let's see what else. This is unexpected news also is what I'm getting with the Tower, ultimately of a very positive nature, but it can be a bit, it can take you aback a little bit when you're receiving it initially. And it can definitely represent a new person just coming into your life and coming out of nowhere and making a really strong impact, having a really strong impact on you when it comes to your love life. It could be just falling in love from one day to the other for some of you. It could be that big. Your overall energy, overall guidance, is forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So forgiveness is about self-forgiveness, okay? It's also about illumination, seeing things for what they really are, and stop blaming yourself for things that you had no control over or things that were actually someone else's mistake or someone else's fault. This is also release, okay? Letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore, letting go of what's not working. Forgive that situation, forgive the other person, forgive yourself, and just allow for that release to happen, okay? Allow for that transition to happen where you let go of that old situation and you move on into better times, easier times, times that are more fair for you, okay, when it comes to your love life. This can also represent you showing someone forgiveness and compassion this month, okay? Or someone asking you for forgiveness and compassion, and you kind of have to figure out, do you really want to do that or not? And remember, just because we forgive someone, it doesn't mean that we agree in any kind of a way with whatever they did. And forgiveness is more for ourselves than for the other person, because it also releases us from that situation, okay? When we still, it's like we don't have closure. Forgiveness gives us closure, okay? And it's giving us a happy, healthy way of moving forward, regardless of whatever the other person did for us or to us, okay? And it's about, you know what, I forgive you. Again, that doesn't mean I agree with what you did in any kind of a way, but I forgive this. You know what, it doesn't matter anymore. I let it go. I release it. And that's a beautiful healing thing to do. So letting go of the past and welcoming new energies into our lives, our love lives, and a new way of being when it comes to love in our lives, okay? Ultimately for our happiness, okay? The Sun card is awesome. It's beautiful energy. It's passion. It's victory. It's options. It's love. It's passion. I think I said passion again, but you know what I mean. So hopefully you have a really, really great month. And I hope this makes sense and that it helps. Thanks for being here. Like I say, I hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.